Have you ever had a piano student whip through level 1, level 2, and then they get about halfway through level 3 and it's like they've hit a wall? Why does this happen, and how can we support our students through this time? Hey, if you're new here, I'm Phoenix and I'm the Tattooed Piano Teacher. After 20 years of teaching piano, I've come up with a theory about what exactly is happening in this level 3 to level 4 time period. In this video, I'll go over why this is a crucial coming of age period in a piano student's journey, what challenges come up, and how to turn those challenges into wins and make this a magical turning point in their piano journey. Stick around to the end. I've got some free sheet music that goes along with this whole turning challenges into wins. So let's talk about the coming of age time period. So this usually happens around level 3 going into level 4. What's really happening here is students are coming out of the elementary level and they're emerging into the intermediate level. Oftentimes for the average student, this is kind of coming about in their middle school years. Lots of changes in their personality, in their bodies, friends, school, activities, everything else is going on. This piano thing they've been doing for years and years, all of a sudden has brand new challenges that they might not be expecting. So that is why I refer to this as the level 3-4 bridge, because it's like they come to the edge of a cliff. They can see a bridge, but it looks really hard to cross. They weren't expecting it. They thought the whole journey was going to be all rainbows and unicorns. And from their perspective, they might not be able to see what's on the other side of this bridge. So here are some of the challenges that come up at this time period. Level 3 is when they really start to see these out of position reading where there really is no position. Now, I'm not talking about like changing positions or unique positions. I'm talking about like an entire song where there really isn't a position. This can be really disorienting because it really is a whole new mindset for them. They're also, for the first time in years, having to deal with some new notes on the staff. When they're introduced to these outer ledger line notes or inner ledger lines, it's like, ooh, I can't remember how hard it was to learn the notes on the staff because they've known all the notes on the staff for so long, and now we're throwing these new ones that break all the rules. At the same time, they usually have a change of taste in their music as well. The songs that excited them when they were little are not really that interesting anymore. They're looking for some depth, and as a result, their method books that they might have liked a couple years ago have lost a little of their flavor. Because their songs are getting longer and more challenging, they need a practice strategy. So up until now, their songs were 1 page, 2 page at most, and they might have gotten away with just kind of playing them through a couple times, maybe 3 times a week, and they were good to go for their lesson. That's not going to cut it anymore, and they might not have the tools for at-home practice. They might not know what to do when they sit down at the piano because what they used to do for years is not going to work anymore. In addition to that, there's a bigger time commitment. So if they want to learn the songs, they can't play through them in 30 seconds anymore. They need to sit down at the piano for a longer period of time. They don't know what to do. They don't know how long to be there. And they don't maybe even have the time to practice as much as they need to. They might have been in the same piano method series for a long time. They might be getting bored of the same old books, the same old style, the same old pictures, the same old fonts. And piano lessons in general, it's not a new thing anymore. It's old hat. It's not exciting anymore. So these are some of the challenges that come up during the level 3-4 bridge. So hopefully you can kind of understand where they're coming from, why they're getting so discouraged when they get to that cliff, and why so many of them just don't make it across this bridge. But the good news is, as piano teachers, you really can make a huge difference in this part of their musical journey. So before I share how to make these challenges into wins, be sure to hit that like button to let me know that you want to see more piano teacher tips and content like this. All right, so suggestion number 1, acknowledge that they are coming up on a bridge. They might not understand what's happening. In their minds, it might be like black and white like this. Piano used to be fun, now it's boring. Piano used to be easy, now it's hard. Or the most devastating one, I used to be good at piano, now I suck. That's not the case, and they need to know that. They might not even say anything out loud, right? They're middle schoolers. They're not going to talk about their struggles with you. So let them know that they've come up on this bridge, that they're on the bridge, so that they can understand where they are in their journey. They can get the big picture view, like, oh, okay. Maybe even share some of your experiences from your bridge where maybe you wanted to quit and you kept going and how it got you to where you are now. Number 2, find their style. The songs they used to like are no longer interesting and their personality is sort of developing and they're finding themselves. So help them find their style. What do they like? What do they like to play? Ask them what they listen to. See what lights up their face. Sometimes you have a really quiet or introverted student. You might actually have to go through a bunch of different songs. Sometimes I will hop on YouTube and I will play every genre known to man and just watch my student's face. They might not even say anything if they're a really quiet student. They cannot hide it. If you play a song that they love, they will not be able to hide it. But it might take some research and some patience on your part, but find their style. Number 3, along with that, find a passion project that they can work on. Are they all about that anime life? What's their favorite series? What's the theme song from it? Let's figure out how to play it. Okay. Do they love Star Wars? Okay, let's play that. Do they love K-pop? Do they love what is their passion project? Have they always wanted to write their own song, but you've never taken the time to do that? Jazz, classical, whatever it is, find their passion project. Again, they might not be able to tell you with words what they want to do. So it is not enough to say, do you want to work on something fun besides your method books? Sure. Do you have any ideas? No. Don't move on at that point, okay? You can't give up on them. They might not be able to articulate what they want to do. It's your job to just give them the buffet of choices. Every week, show them new things, talk about new things, try new things. You'll know when their face lights up, they won't be able to hide it when you find something that really lights them up, okay? So find it. Number 4, you might want to consider switching methods. Just all together, like out with the old, in with the new. It doesn't mean that their old method books were bad, but they might have gotten too comfortable. You might have gotten too comfortable. They might just be getting old. They might need a fresh start. It might be something that ignites them to start practicing again. One that has really worked for me is some students that are just really not into classical music. They don't like folk tunes. And so like if they're in the Favorite Piano Adventures, they kind of start to fall off. They're not practicing that anymore. I will start to introduce the Wunderkeys Intermediate Level 1 if they are up for that, like from a technical standpoint. And if they're into that type of music, that is like a whole different setup for a method book series. That could be something that's like, oh, whoa, I've never tried this before. Find something new. Even if it's not your cup of tea, remember, it's not about you. It's about finding what they need. So try another method book. Number 5, practice strategy, practice goals. You need to help them. We are not born knowing how to practice a piano. Nobody knows how to practice a piano. We have to either figure it out for ourselves, which is a painful process that takes many, many years, or we need a mentor to help us. It is not a waste of time to go over how to practice in the lessons. Write stuff down. What are our goals? Like practice is going to need to be more efficient because they have these long songs, these difficult passages, and they don't know what to do with them. If the only tool they have is I play it from beginning to end, that's not going to cut it anymore, and you need to help them. Their time is taken up by so many other activities. They're going to need to be efficient in their piano practice, go right to the spot, and know what to do with it. And that's where you come in. I started using these little books that I created that are goal oriented. So every quarter they come up with a goal and there's also a reward. So I'm talking about like giving my students a Starbucks gift card, giving them their favorite candy bar, handing them a $5 bill, heck, whatever it takes. But we write down what is our goal. We want to play this song. We want to practice for this many minutes, this many days a week, whatever the goal is. And then they keep track every single week. And this has really worked well. So if you're interested, there's a link to this little book in the description. It lasts a full year. My kids really get into it. So the big kids, that really works well. Number 6, make theory fun. Make theory fun. We usually stop playing games at a certain point. The little kids are playing the games, they're getting the dice out, the little board games. Big kids need fun theory too. Again, sorry, I'm plugging things that I've created, but it just works. So this is a game that I've been using lately. It's February right now as I'm recording this. So we are using this with my big kids to go over key signatures because that is one of the hardest things for them to get into the thought process of knowing what the key of a song is. And so I've got this little board game. Yes, it's a little juvenile. Honestly, they like it and it challenges their brain. But you find some fun worksheets, go on TPT. You can look at my store. I've got some stuff. You can look at other people's stores. They need to review chords. Make it fun. Don't just write on a piece of scrap paper on the margin of their books. Find a fun way to teach theory. If you get them excited about the sounds, the patterns behind the music, A, they're going to be better sight readers, better players. B, they're going to be more excited to practice. And C, the music is going to come to life for them. Find a way to get them excited about theory. I've got 2 more for you. Number 7, chill out on the assignments. Chill out as a teacher. Okay, as piano teachers, sometimes we can be a little tightly wound, you know what I'm talking about. We're not like the loosey-goosey guitar teachers. If you're a guitar teacher watching this, you guys are so cool. How are you guys so cool? Piano teachers, we're like, today. Like, I don't know what it is. It seems like that's just our personality type. Anyways, chill with your tweens and teens, okay? Don't give them 85 different things to practice. If they've got soccer and theater and homework and everything else, just narrow it down, okay? Throw a book out if you need to. Get rid of, okay? Chill out. They'll appreciate it. And it will be like, they'll be like refreshed. They'll be like, wait, you just want me to play these 2 songs at home, just these 2 songs. You'll be like, yeah, just those 2 songs. Oh, I can do that. And then also chill out in the lesson, okay? It's okay. Preaching to the choir there. Okay, the last tip for you is to just get small wins, whatever that looks like for them, okay? So just think about that next time you're with a bridge student, as I call them. Just sit back in the lesson, just think about, okay, what's our small win for today? You got the intro, you haven't, oh yeah. I can tell that you spent, in your mind you're thinking, yeah, you probably just actually spent 30 seconds on it finally. And got the intro right. Great. They got the intro right. Super. So just go for small wins. All right, now to the freebie that I have for you. I wrote this original piano solo for a going into level 4 this year student of mine, a bridge student. Okay, he is like maybe half of the way across the bridge. He was getting really interested in like these left-hand patterns that I was showing him for a lead sheet he was working on for church. So I wrote an entire song for him. This song includes like some of those left-hand patterns that they're really gonna need going into level 4, like the octave, 5th octave in the left hand, and then the crossover, so octave, 5th octave, cross a step, those little patterns, that just like level up the sound of the left hand. They've been playing block chords for so long. You can download that for free. It's, I would say it's a level 4 piece, but it's something to spark their interest in a certain sound of music, in a certain left hand pattern, sad pop song progression. Anyways, it's called Love for a Moment, and I hope that you can have some fun with that piece of music with one of your students if you just need to take a break from the method books for a while. I mentioned Wunderkeys intermediate books, and I have a video all about the Wunderkeys series from start to finish. So if you've never heard the word Wunderkeys before, or you're interested in more information about that, check out that review next. And good luck with your students. Good luck with teaching this week. I will see you on the next one.